Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Connor on Chain. So, today I want to talk about some rune stuff, because we have seen runes start to move over the last, few days, upwards of maybe 2 weeks from now. There's a couple things I want to get into with runes specifically. So, we're going to go over to crypto, we're going to go to categories, because we do have Dog Go to the Moon, which is the #1 rune on the market. If I had to choose, right, I think that is the #1. It is very high in market cap in comparison to many others, but again, that's it's not really like a big deal when it comes to anything. It's actually very bullish. If I can find this. So right here, the ticker is literally, I guess, dog, but it's Dog Go to the Moon. So as you can see, this is still climbing. It's almost at 900 million. And something to note is, this is actually very bullish for runes all around the rune ecosystem, right? Because we're finally seeing a rune start to get a lot of traction, not even just on Twitter, not even just YouTube, not even just on social media, just in general, bringing runes to the forefront, right? Because I have firm belief that at some point, runes will run very heavily, whether it is in a week from now or if it's in 2 to 3 months, right? That is just a firm belief I have. I'm very bullish on runes, even though, the most of them are meme coins. I think, there are some utility projects that I've found, have not covered them on the channel, because I really want to see a lot of development from these utility projects before, I'd showcase them, potentially to try and make people buy them, if you guys would be interested in jumping in them. But like I said, I'm very picky with trying to show you guys stuff on the channel as of recently, specifically with utility runes. Like I said, I just want to make sure that those utilities really are something valuable, something that's very usable, and it's not just complete BS, right? So that's mainly why I haven't brought them up. But outside of that, with Dog, which is still what I wanted to bring up, we are close to hitting 1 billion for Dog here. I want to go to the runes. I think there's a runes category, because like I said, runes right now, they still haven't gotten too much traction. I feel like they've definitely been getting a lot more traction over the last probably week and a half. But as you can see here, we do have a lot of runes that are up pretty big, over the last, this is just the 7-day here, and this is just the coins that are actually listed, right? We do have a lot of gems, on Magic Eden. A lot of them are consistently minting and minting out as well. But like I was saying with Dog, though, this is definitely one of the biggest ones to see, because I think once Dog can really break 1 billion in market cap, I think it's going to legitimize runes even more and start to get more people realizing, like, wow, like, you probably should not be sleeping on runes when, the top rune is already at 1 billion. Even though I know there's Fihu, and I know that's definitely a huge market cap, but I'm trying to exclude that one from these runes here, because Fihu doesn't have, that hype and attention like Dog does, like Pups, like most of these other ones, right? At least in my opinion. But again, to see Dog break about 1 billion, upwards of maybe 1.5 billion, maybe longer term, that's going to be very bullish for runes in general. And I even have starred like a bunch of runes that I like. Like I said, still, Wanko Manko has not moved too much. We've had Lobo the Wolf Pup, which is kind of like another animal, dog, wolf coin. I actually don't know too much about Lobo. I've heard some great things about it. Never dove into it, but this is up around 200% over the last 7 days as well. Waddle Waddle Pengu has not done too much either. Up about, in the last 7 days, probably similar to this, maybe 30 to 50%. Oh, there's Fihu here. At least I thought Fihu had major market cap. Maybe it's just not listed. We have BAMK, which is very interesting. I'll probably make a video talking more on that. We got Rooney, Rune Chain, a lot of different projects. I mean, this is just on CoinGecko. They don't really have too many on here. We just wanted to show you guys a little bit because, like I said, I think it's very key for Dog to continue to make new highs. I just feel like it's a general leader of runes. You know, and I wanted to pull something up here. So we're actually going to go into the meme category because this is something that I think has completely been swept under the radar of everybody. You know, including myself, you know, like not mentioning it. But it's like, look at this. Like if we, the top, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dog is now number 9 on, you know, the top meme coins in general in crypto. You know, that's a pretty big feat, right? For one of the first runes, you know, very fair launch. Like, yo, that's crazy in that a lot of people are fading this, you know, and I personally am not allocated to Dog. Again, you know, I like to focus on lower cap stuff. That's just a personal preference. There's zero hate or negativity towards Dog. Like I said, this is key to the literal space, right? Excuse me. Like I'm very, very bullish on Dog, and I do want to see this continue to go, you know, break into new highs. Because again, that is just going to lift up the entire rune sector, right? There we go. The gem of all gems right here. Just taking a peek. But anyways, like I said, I just really wanted to focus on runes a little bit in this video. You know, there's not too much to cover specifically with it. But like I said, with Dog specifically, that's going to be one that definitely needs to be watching. And let's we're going to go back to runes as well. You know, we get Satoshi Nakamoto, which, you know, day one, I was actually very bullish on this day one. Minted some. It obviously corrected very heavily, but I still have a ton of conviction in Satoshi Nakamoto. You know, I think longer term, this is really going to run. And I think it's still at $2.30. Which is, I think it's still very cheap, undervalued for what it is. You know, but I'm not gonna lie, there are a lot of runes that, in my opinion, there's zero value. There's no social media, there's no content, there's really nothing to them, right? Because the way that I evaluate runes is, honestly, it's 80% Twitter. You know, I like to look at any sort of specific account pages, you know, for certain coins. You know, outside of that, I don't think Satoshi Nakamoto has an official page, but I mean, it's the creator of Bitcoin, right? You know, it's just a very broad thesis for it. I mean, it's not a thesis, guys. It's gambling on runes. Yeah, these are meme coins. Meme coins, you know, it's very opinionated, opinion-based attention, right? That's what runes are. Well, meme coins in general. You know, and most runes right now are meme coins, you know. So again, keep this stuff in mind. And again, I'm trying to just give you guys a general overview of what is going on with runes in the space right now. But like I said, you know, the same ones that I talk about pretty often, I'm still very bullish on. There's not too many other ones that I want to bring up specifically today. But yeah, that's mainly what I wanted to talk about with Dog, with Satoshi Nakamoto, with Wanko Manko, you know, and Mr. Yen, if you guys are familiar. Mr. Yen, Japanese businessman, is a rune, and it is a gem, I'm not going to lie. Waddle Waddle Pengu, another gem as well. But, you know, this one, I like to see a little bit more out of them, but they are killing it for what it's worth. You know, there's, even at the end of the day, right now, there's not too much even happening with runes. You know, there's only a handful of actually solid runes projects that, you know, I could count on my hands, right? So for what it is, for what it's worth right now, it's still fairly early for runes. And I know, oh, if you guys saw my old runes videos, I've been preaching about waiting for that cult-like runes coin or cult-like runes community, and I still have not found that, across any of these. But, I'm still waiting to see. I assume at some point, runes will have a huge hype moment, kind of like BRC20s did, where, trying to find that next hype mint. Everyone is going to be trying to mint a bunch of runes, stuff like that. I have a feeling when that next major movement hits for runes, again, it could be a few weeks from now, it could be 2 or 3 months, right? I think it's going to depend on what Bitcoin does, but once we see that moment happen, I have a firm belief that we will start, excuse me, we will start to see very, very strong, more so meme coin communities come in and out of runes, right? Because I feel like a lot of degenning that's going on in Solana, on Base, on ETH, on all these other chains, once they finally do fully move on into runes, to mess around with, even more than they already have, I think it's going to spark a whole nother run for runes, right? That's actually crazy. We got uncommon goods up 50%. This one, I think it has a there's like a increased supply, just continues to increase for the next, I think, a bunch of years. That's kind of interesting. People are actually minting this, and it's literally going up, so that's pretty cool to see. But anyways, yeah, that's what I'm focusing on with runes. I'm just holding a bunch of these longer term. Again, I'm not trying to make quick trades with most of these runes. I'm trying to find the ones that I can believe in, and just really hold throughout the next month to 3, 4, 5 months, right? Usually just holding and having patience and finding the right projects early. That is some of the best ways to make enough capital, or not to make enough, to make a good amount of capital in comparison to trying to day trade, different runes, buying in and out of these, and, trying to just catch the next shiny object rune token, right? I really think it's just allocating into good projects early and just let them ride out, And yeah, outside of that, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Somewhat short video, for me at least. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I got a lot of different stuff coming in the next week. Going to be going into deeper dives of specific coins, because there are now 2 coins that I've technically called in the last day or two. AI and gaming coin, and then also fully AI coin. Very good fundamentals behind them, and I'm going to go in depth into these coins very soon. So that's what I got for you guys today. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in these next videos. Thank you.